Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be doing a first impression slash review slash tutorial on the Storybook Cosmetics Mean Girls Burn Book palette. That was a mouthful. This palette was a huge deal when it was first released and announced, launched. Whenever it first came out, it was a huge deal. It was everywhere. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Instagram. I saw it literally on every social media platform. And it has a really awesome concept behind it. So Storybook Cosmetics, if you are not familiar with them, they take books and movies and they make them into palettes and they name the shades after really iconic and kind of cult classic-y lines and names in the movie. So it is a really, really cool concept, and if you want to see how it works, then keep on watching. Alright, so this is the actual palette. Now, I love it, but hate it. Okay, we'll get to that. So anywho, this is the slip, which probably I could toss. Okay, so I love it because I think it looks so freaking cute, authentic burn book. The back says, once upon a time, there were 3 sisters who never stopped believing in fairy tales, and they all lived happily ever after. And I'm assuming those are 3 sisters that made Storybook Cosmetics. See, the thing about Storybook Cosmetics is I think there's such a great concept and so much thought that goes into these palettes, but I feel like they don't get the hype they deserve, because I watched Nikki Tutorial's review and tutorial on this palette, and they looked really fucking good. So I'm hoping that it goes well for me as well. But anywho, back to the packaging. So I love it because I think it really gives you that Mean Girls Burn Book feel. The thing that I hate about it is it is impossible to store. Not impossible, but this is big. This is a big palette, thick palette, and I know the pans aren't this fully deep, so I mean that's the only thing I don't like, but I mean it wouldn't look as cute if it was thin, now would it? We open up the palette and you have obviously all the shades there, super freaking cute. Now I love that it has a mirror. Oh, there's my nasty ceiling fan. I love that it has a mirror and it says, you're really pretty. I don't know. If you like Mean Girls, you'd like that too. Anywho, so I really like the colors in the palette. I think they're very fun. So I'm thinking a pink look, but I'm thinking let's do something different. What are we feeling about oranges and maybe a little blue? I think we're feeling it. I think we're feeling daring today. Now, the first shade I'm going to go in with is You Can't Sit With Us. So it definitely looks like it picks up a lot of product. I coated the brush, which I probably didn't have to do, but I did it. Yeah, definitely didn't have to do it, but you know, we did it, so we're moving past it. So now on a clean blending brush, I'm going to go in with So Fetch, and I'm going to put that in my crease a little bit underneath what I just put down. So again, extremely pigmented. I'm hoping this orange will still pop under this pink, and hell yeah, it did. You guys, Nikki was not lying when she said this is popping, and there right now is no fallout. I'm going to take, that looks so pigmented on the camera. I can't believe it. Okay, so I'm going to take this clean brush and I'm going to blend up. You guys, I really cannot believe this pigment. This is intense. And then just to darken up the outer corner, I'm going to go in with Glen Coco. And I'm using a small blending brush for this. And I might add a little bit of orange in here as well. The So Fetch color back in here as well. You guys, after this, I need to watch Mean Girls. Now, I'm not, the brown is good. I'm not as impressed as I was with the other colors. Just saying, because I had to dip a couple times, but it's still a pretty shade. I just wish it was a little more pigmented. I'm going to take this brush that I used for the So Fetch shade. I did not dip back in. Sorry, my camera unfocused. I did not dip back in. I'm going to clean this part up a little bit so it's not as, like, I want it to be more winged like this one. But I also want to just add a little bit more orange back in there. And I'm going to go in one more time to do this brown because, like I said, I wish it was a little more pigmented. Now, the one thing I am going to do, which is why I absolutely hate doing my face before my eyes, is I'm just going to go like that and then use a blender, beauty sponge to clean that up. Now I'm just going to, oh, I also cleaned up this side just because it was too clean on this side. You know what I'm saying, I had to fix it. So now I'm just going to take Shape Tape on my flat detail brush and we're gonna cut out where I'm gonna put the blue. Now that the crease is cut, I'm going to go in with the shade Cool Mom. Okay, the one thing I am really impressed about, this has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Obviously, a brush swatch is not gonna do me justice for this shadow, but it has, let me just break out the real swatch. It has this sheen to it, and I'm really impressed how well it picked up on a brush that usually doesn't pick up these kind of shimmery shadows very well, so I'm very impressed by the amount of pigment that it did pick up on the brush. I love this so much. I'm going to clean off my brush as well as I can, and I'm going to go in with one more shade. So this is the other shade that was popping out at me, and that is Gruel, so I'm going to go in, place it somewhere in there. Again, I'm really impressed how well this picked up, and I'm just going to put this shade kind of like in the middle of all this. And then, like I always do, I'm just going to go in with Glen Coco and kind of like blend my edges here so they don't look so stand outish. I popped some lashes on, and now I'm going to do underneath my eye. So I'm going to go in first with So Fetch. And then I'm going to hug my lash line with Glen Coco. Alright, so I popped on a lip color, and obviously I'm feeling like springtime right now. Although it is like 30 degrees out. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. My final opinions on the Storybook Cosmetics Burn Book is, I absolutely love it. Like, I love the concept behind it. I knew the second that I saw it, I was going to love it. But that is not a bias, because using the shadows, there's really no negatives besides the only thing I don't like is that this shade is not as pigmented as I would have hoped. Now, there are a bunch of shades in this palette that I did not use, so I can't speak on the entire thing. But the reason I used the shadows that I did is because in the tutorials that I had seen, you can go to Nikki Tutorials page and find her review on this. You will see that she used a bunch of like these bright pinks, and they all worked perfectly well for her. So I wanted to try out the shades that I had not seen used, and they all worked great. Besides, I wish that was a little more pigmented. But the orange is insane. I love that you can like actually see the green on top of the blue. It didn't just like melt away in the blue. It has its moment to shine. I love this blue. Like, I love all of these colors. Although it took a while to build up the brown, I still think it is a very beautiful color. You just gotta work with it. So that is it, guys. I really hope that you liked this review, first impressions tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below, and if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to join our 1,000 subscriber fam. I'm very proud of myself. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.